How you doing? Good to see you.
Will the House please come to order and members kindly take their seats? Good morning. The devotional today will be led by Representative Mike Moricky and Amelia Struthers of Putney.
Good morning. Thank you for the opportunity to share today. And for those of you who haven't met my wife, Amelia, here she is. And we're going to share a couple of our songs. I think song explanations should be like vote explanations, infrequent and brief. So we're going to share this song that we wrote, and we hope it helps your day get started. On a day like today, with the sun climbing high and the clouds moving quickly to uncover the blue sky. On a day like today, when horizons are bare, you can all share a day like today. We can all share a day like today. On a day like today, I can see the future clearly, and it's a toddle and a little unsteady, still it shines brightly. Could it be as close as that, where we find common ground, create space to do the work when our circles are around? On a day like today, with the sun climbing high and the clouds moving quickly to uncover the blue sky. On a day like today, when horizons are bare, we can all share a day like today. We can all share a day. We can all share a day. We can all share a day like today, like today. Da 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 It might be on a day, something like today, someone says, please pass the butter, but what you hear is change course for another. When you take a look, you see standing outside a horse wearing a sign that says, saddle up and ride. On a day like today, with the sun climbing high and the clouds moving quickly to uncover the blue sky. On a day like today, when the horizons are there, we can all share a day like today. We can all share a day. We can all share a day. We can all share a day like today. Like today. Like today. La-di-da, 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 la-la-la-la-la. Thank you.
Members, we have 3 House bills for introduction today. The first is House Bill 504, which is an act relating to approval of amendments to the charter of the City of Rutland, introduced by Representative Howard of Rutland City and others. Please listen to the first reading of the bill.
H 504, an act relating to approval of amendments to the charter of the City of Rutland.
Now, the bill's been read the first time and is referred to the Committee on Government Operations and Military Affairs. The second is House Bill 505, which is an act relating to approval of amendments to the charter of the Town of Barry, introduced by Representatives Scalfetti of Barrytown and McFawn of Barrytown. Please listen to the first reading of the resolution of the bill.
H 505, an act relating to approval of amendments to the charter of the Town of Barry.
Now, the bill's been read the first time and is referred to the Committee on Government Operations and Military Affairs. And finally, House Bill 506 is an act relating to approval of the adoption of the Charter of the Town of Charlotte, introduced by Representative Waters Evans of Charlotte. Please listen to the first reading of the bill.
H 506, an act relating to approval of the adoption of the charter of the Town of Charlotte.
Now, the bill has been read the first time and is referred to the Committee on Government Operations and Military Affairs. Are there any announcements? Member from Williamstown.
Good morning, Madam Speaker. Today, we've got an incredible group with us, the Williamstown 8th grade class and their social studies teacher. They're here digging into the branches of government and the Constitution. Please join me in welcoming them to the People's House.
Will the guest of the member from Williamstown please rise and be recognized? Are there any further announcements, member from Fairfield?
That was close, Madam Speaker. See if I can get this out here. Earlier in the week, I was robbed of a birthday wish opportunity by the nuisance from Newport. In response, I was told, well, Jim, I'm kind of a big deal, and that's just how it goes. However, to quote one of my favorite lines from the outlaw Josie Wales, I endeavor to persevere. Today, my persistence has finally paid off. By a magical twist of fate, we have another Franklin County birthday. And it's a big one for a member who is not only full of baloney, but is also a hardworking, dedicated, smart, caring, shockingly funny, and all around halfway decent guy who any of us should be mildly apathetic to know. Surely I jest, Madam Speaker. Please help me wish the member from St. Albans City a wonderful 50th birthday here under the Golden Dome. And if you really want to make his day, drop a penny, a nickel, or any other coin on the floor and just stand back and watch this scavenger delight.
Happy birthday, member. Member from Berkshire.
Madam Speaker, today we have a distinguished colleague visiting from our neighboring state to the east. New Hampshire Representative Michael Moffat and his wife Beth Boardman are here on a genealogical research trip looking for clues to an ancestor of Beth's, Louisa Boardman, who was a writer and feminist in the 1840s. If you have knowledge of this period in time in Vermont's history and could shed some light on their search, please reach out to me and I will connect you with them. Rep. Moffat is the chairperson of the House Committee on State-Federal Relations and Veterans Affairs and a member of the NCSL Military Affairs Task Force, which is how we came to know each other. Madam Speaker, would you kindly help me welcome the representative and his wife to the Vermont State House? They are seated in the balcony.
Will the guest of the member from Berkshire please rise and be recognized? Are there any further announcements? Seeing none. Orders of the day. Members, we have an update on the bill order for this morning. We will be starting with Senate Bill 3. then House Bill 293, and then House Bill 454. My understanding is that we have several committees reviewing amendments on 454. So again, the order will be S3, H293, then H454. So with that, we'll begin with House Bill 3, which is an act relating to the transfer of property to a trust. Please listen to the third reading of the bill.
S3, an act relating to the transfer of property to a trust.
The question is, shall the bill pass in concurrence? Are you ready for the question? If so, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed, please say nay. The ayes appear to have it. The ayes do have it, and you have passed the bill in concurrence. Next is House Bill 293, which is an act relating to health equity data reporting and registry disclosure requirements. The bill was referred to the Committee on Human Services, which recommends that the bill be amended as printed in today's calendar. The member from Guilford, Representative Eastis, will speak for the committee. Please listen to the second reading of the bill.
H293, an act relating to health equity data reporting and registry disclosure requirements.
Member from Guilford.
Good morning, Madam Speaker. On Tuesday, the representative from Burlington outlined for us that as this body passes new bills that shape Vermonters' futures, there can also come from time to time requests to freshen up parts of existing statute, a renumbering here, a rewording there. So, Madam Speaker, here we are today, at it again, potentially sprucing up some statute. H293 is a brief bill. It suggests that we adjust instances of current statute in 3 instances. Your Human Services Committee presents a strike-all amendment in 4 sections today. Now, to avoid missing a single detail, I invite members to turn to page 1512 of today's House calendar. Section 1, the easy one. First, as context, the Department of Health has responsibility for reporting on a number of health equity issues. Examples include racial and ethnic disparities, as well as disparities along the lines of primary language, sex, disability status, and socioeconomic status. So, best practices suggest that to effectively monitor issue trends, more than a single year of data may be required to observe any trends. Thus, the department has requested a simple amendment that prescribed reports be submitted to the appropriate committees every 3 years instead of annually. Sections 2 and 3 of the bill may be considered jointly because proposed amendments are essentially identical. Stick with me here, it's just a bit conceptual. As context, current statute permits allowable information to be shared for purposes of research. So the Department of Health has requested that in 2 separate but similar instances, statute be adjusted to expand information disclosure provisions to 2 specific data registries, for cancer and for ALS. This proposed bill will expand those permissions to include information sharing upon written documentation for purposes of surveillance. Madam Speaker, surveillance is a term of art distinct from research that would enable Vermont to disclose confidential information to other public health departments apart from research. This amended capacity would remain under all acceptable written assurances of the Commissioner and in alignment with federal code. Section 4, the effective date would be July 1st, 2025. In its deliberations, Madam Speaker, the committee heard from General Counsel of the Vermont Department of Health and the Office of Legislative Counsel. Your Committee on Human Services approved the amendment of H293 on a vote of 11-0-0 and respectfully requests the support of this body. Thank you.
Bill be amended as recommended by the Committee on Human Services. Are you ready for the question? If so, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed, please say nay. The ayes appear to have it. The ayes do have it, and you have amended the bill. Now, the question is, shall the bill be read a third time? Are you ready for that question? If so, all those in favor, please say aye. All those opposed, please say nay. The ayes appear to have it. The ayes do have it, and third reading is ordered. Will the House please stand in recess for a brief moment, and may I have all House leadership up at the podium? Thank you. Will the House please come to order and members kindly take their seats? Will the House please come to order? Members, after conferring with all House leadership, the Republicans will be caucusing now in room 10, and we will then return at 10:30 to resume our work on House Bill 454. So the House will stand in recess.